So, distinguished guests, industry pioneers, and global investors, let me begin by welcoming you to explore a state that is quietly but confidently emerging as India's most investment-ready destination, Andhra Pradesh. This isn't just about showing potential. Andhra Pradesh has built a full-fledged investment ecosystem. We are talking about plug-and-play industrial parks, smart governance, globally linked logistics, and most importantly, a proactive state machinery ready to partner with you. Whether you are in manufacturing, technology, energy, logistics, or even deep tech, Andhra Pradesh has a tailor-made opportunity waiting for you. At the heart of Andhra Pradesh strategy lies a clear and bold vision, what we call the Swan Andhra Vision 2047. This is our commitment to building a future that's inclusive, innovation-driven, and deeply aligned with sustainability goals. Our destination is crystal clear. By India's centenary year, we will grow into a US dollar 2.4 trillion economy, 15% GSDP growth every year, build 175 plus plug-and-play parks for MSMEs and next-gen clusters, generate 2 million new jobs within the next 5 years, become a net exporter of green power by laying dedicated green corridors. Swan Andhra Vision 2047 is not a slogan. It is an engineered roadmap with annual milestones and sectoral scorecards. So why does this matter for you? A US dollar 166 billion GSDP, up to 11% in FY24 growth, one of the India's fastest clips, 1,053 kilometers of coastline, 10 ports and 12 ports at various stages, making AP India's gateway to the east. 40,000 acres of pre-cleared industrial land and 24/7 power at an industrial tariff of just 6.6 rupees per kilowatt hour. Add a governance model that resolves 99.8% of approvals within SLA, and you have a state that delivers performance, not just pitches. AP hosts 98,300 plus industrial units, including 50 Fortune 500 companies. Our economy is balanced, 23% GSDP from manufacturing, 40% from services, and still growing at double-digit rates. As I said earlier, with 1,000-odd kilometers of coastline and 3 national industrial corridors, we provide the physical scale for mega capex and the digital backbone for high-tech ventures. A logistics network this dense is very rare. 1.2 lakh kilometers of roads with 40 plus national highways cutting through. 5,000 odd kilometers of rail across 4 railway zones. Green highway links between Krishnapatnam and Chennai. 100 plus kilometer exposure to the Bangalore-Chennai Expressway. And we have invested 547 crore in 2025 in upgrades alone. From AP, you reach Europe, MENA, ASEAN, and the US on direct sailings and same-day air freight. We mapped and master planned 25 sector-specific clusters, from Sri City's electronics zone to Kopathi's mega park, Jawaharlal Nehru Pharma City, and EV clusters in Punganur. All have utilities, zoning, trunk infrastructure in place, allowing you to save or cut 6 to 12 months of a typical groundbreaking schedule. So that's a huge thing. Entry, construction, and operations each have a turbo mode. Instant approvals on self-certification, provisional licenses, so capital equipment can move while final verifications take time to finish. Deemed approvals if any verification stalls. Perpetual licenses, no repetitive renewals. So ambition should never be idle in a queue, and in AP, it won't. These are the interventions for speed of doing business. It is institutionalized through EDB 2.0 investment cell, a personal manager for every project. Single window 2.0, more departments, more services, one portal. Foreign investors desk, legal, customs, and language support. Live data dashboards, you track approvals in real time. And regulating re-engineering, safety intact, bureaucracy gone. That's Andhra Pradesh for you. Our speed in facilitating investments, this is one of the case study which I'm showing in this slide. Global giant, LG Electronics, chose AP in July 2024. Site was frozen in 60 days. A government order came out in 90 days. Groundbreaking happened in May 2025. It was a project of 5,000 crore, 247 acres, 3,000 plus jobs, and production start date is December 2026. LG's has given a verdict. AP delivered site, power, and approvals faster than any Indian state we evaluated. Andhra Pradesh is also home to institutes of higher education. It is home to 3 central universities, 20 national institutes, 25 state universities, 100 plus engineering colleges, and AP turns out industry-ready graduates every year round. Our Skill Development Corporation aligns courses with employer demand, giving you a turnkey workforce from shop floor technicians to PhDs. Now let me talk about industrial infrastructure which is available in Andhra Pradesh. So, as I earlier mentioned, 10 ports, out of that 6 are operational. 4 upcoming deep water ports in Visakhapatnam, Gangavaram, Kakinada, Krishnapatnam, Ramyapatnam, and the new Mulapeta. Total 200 plus million metric ton per annum capacity. We have 3 industrial corridors, Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor, Chennai-Bangalore Industrial Corridor, and Hyderabad-Bangalore Industrial Corridor. Tie these ports into the national supply chain, delivering raw materials in and finished goods out on schedule. A 45,000 acre land bank, 500 plus industrial states, and multiple SEZs form a grid that puts every plant within an hour of a port, a highway, or an airport. For mega food parks in Orvakal to bulk drug parks in Nakapalli, from west to the north, you pick a node and plug in. Connectivity doesn't end at the quay. 55 national highways, NH16 being the spine, 600 plus railway stations with 1,000 kilometers of dedicated freight corridors under rollout, 45,000 acres of land bank, as I told you earlier, 10% of AP's surface water earmarked for the industry, and 40 plus gigawatt solar wind potential backing a power surplus grid. AP's coastline hosts India's main LNG gateways, Gangavaram, Kakinada, Krishnapatnam, connected by authorized trunk pipelines paralleling Vizag-Chennai Industrial Corridor and NH16. If you rely on gas, hydrogen, or ammonia, AP offers both feedstock and downstream markets at the same port. We already run a 9 gigawatt renewables and plan for 160 plus gigawatt by 2047. Solar contribution would be 78 gigawatt, wind 35, pumped hydro 22 gigawatt, battery storage 25 gigawatt, The world's largest integrated renewable and storage project developed by Greenco, a 4.2 gigawatt in Kurnool, is under development. So manufacture in AP and ship with a green label. That's AP for you. We have codified growth through 12 cross-linked policies: semiconductors, clean energy, data centers, MSMEs, startups, EVs, drones, maritime, private plug-and-play parks, and more. Each stacks fiscal incentives on top of India's national PLI schemes, de-risking your technology capex. Now let's talk about the chemical sector. AP's chemicals landscape spans bulk petrochemicals, fertilizers, and specialty intermediates, supported by deep draft ports for feedstock imports and an extensive pipeline network. Environmental clearances, CETPs, and logistics are bundled, cutting both cost and compliance time. It has got diverse subsectors and market share. Agrochemicals, Deccan Fine and Nagarjuna, over 12% pan-India share. Petrochemicals and polymers, HPCL expansion from 8.3 to 15 million metric tons per annum. KG Basin with 698 million tons OEG identified. Biofuels, 20 plus ethanol proposals, 15 CBG plants. Specialty and alkali, Grasim and Andhra sugars. A full value chain means raw materials to downstream products in one state. So who is already here? From HPCL Visakhapatnam Refinery to Berger Paints and LG Polymers. 24 marquee names operate or are expanding in AP. Their presence validates the ecosystem and offers ready-made supplier and offtake partnerships for newcomers like you all. The next area, which is the next region which is coming up in AP, Mulapeta, the next world-class petro-pharma cluster, anchored by a proposed BPCL refinery cum petchem complex. Mulapeta in Srikakulam will mirror Jamnagar, but on the eastern seaboard, add existing clusters in Visakhapatnam, Anakapalli, and emerging sites in Nellore, Kadapa, and Kurnool. And AP becomes India's dual coast chemicals powerhouse. So let's talk about the policy which will govern the chemical and the petrochemical sector. This is Industrial Development Policy 4.0, which is launched in 2024 till 2029. It has a validity of 5 years. IDP 4.0 offers tiered incentives, capital subsidies, GST reimbursements, stamp duty refunds, interest subventions, and tailor-made packages for mega and ultra-mega projects. It locks your incentive horizon until 2029, giving clarity to both IRR and cash flow planning. By 2029, the policy targets are 7.3 lakh crore of gross value added from manufacturing, double today's base, 30 lakh crore investments across departments, $10 billion FDI we are targeting, 5 lakh first-time manufacturing jobs, and 175 industrial parks in PPP and private modes. So when you invest 51 crore or 5,000 plus crore, investment subsidy would be up to 15% of the fixed capital. Top up on GOI PLI, another 10%, capped at 5% FCI. SGST reimbursements, power duty waivers, stamp duty 100%, decarbonization grants up to 35% for ultra mega plants aiming at net zero. Large numbers, yes, but tethered to milestones for fiscal prudence. Let's talk about energy tariff. It's the concern of all the industrialists. Kitna kam milega? Energy incentive industries enjoy some of the India's lowest delivered tariffs. From a 11 kV feeder, it's 6.37 per unit. From a 33 kV feeder, it's 5.92. And from a 132 kV feeder, it's 5.47. Fixed charges cap at 475 rupees per kilowatt, plus a small 1 rupee per unit duty. All while the grid is surplus, green leaning, and future-proofed for open access PPAs. AP complements incentives with fundamentals. Lease come buy land model lowers upfront capex. Top achiever in Leads 2022 for logistics ease. A 21-day average to start a business, national record. A 25 gigawatt installed power capacity, 50,000 plus skilled youth graduating annually, abundant raw materials, it's called Food Bowl of India, 48 plus minerals, India's largest cotton and silk producer. So lower cost, higher certainty, stronger ecosystem. So who are we? We are Andhra Pradesh Economic Development Board. It is your single window, single phone call interface. Strategic investment planning and promotion, policy advocacy direct to cabinet level, site selection, approvals, utilities, and aftercare as well. Think of us as your in-country chief operating office until your own plant is operational. Colleagues, you have now seen the data, the infrastructure, the policy commitment. Andhra Pradesh is not just open for business, it is engineered for it. Join us. Let's co-create the next generation of industries, jobs, and sustainable growth right here at India's Sunrise Coast. Thank you, and I look forward to turning today's discussion into tomorrow's groundbreaking. Thank you so much.